Hey everyone, welcome back to Sunita's English Adventure. I hope you all are doing amazing. So, in today's video, I had a fascinating conversation with one of the amazing tutors on EnglishYaari platform. And let me tell you, this is not going to be a typical English lesson. We dived into the world of fillers and filters. We discussed why are celebrities turning to cosmetic fillers to maintain their appearance? Why are most of us hiding behind the filters on social media? Are we afraid of showing our real selves? We discussed it all. And toward the end, the tutor also shared some valuable feedback for me that might help you too in your English journey. So stay tuned. This video is going to surprise you.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. You tell me, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking me. How was your day so far?
My day has been a long day, I would say, because we have a
Okay.
festival here today, Harela
Okay.
festival. It's
Okay.
related to greenery, monsoon.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
had been standing in the kitchen for more than 2 hours. So that's why
Okay.
it has been a long day.
Right. I can relate to that because even standing and working for 2 hours requires a lot of patience and energy, right?
Right, right.
So, yes, I completely get that. But great. You are almost through with your day.
Mhm. Right, right. Like I'm done with that work, the
Hmm.
kitchen work, and now it's a usual day for me. Like we
Okay.
have celebrated the festival, distributed
Yes.
the treats
Yes.
and everything, so we are done for
Right.
the day. Mhm.
Right. Great. I would like to know more about you, considering we are having this conversation for the first time. So, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Okay, so I go by Sunita Rawat, and I am from Uttarakhand. I
Mm-hmm.
am mother to two boys, and along with
Mm-hmm.
this, I'm a content creator as well. I run two YouTube channels. The first one is Sunita's English Adventure, where I
Mm-hmm.
have conversations with people in English conversations, and then I create vlogs in English
Mm-hmm.
and some informative content as well. The other one is Dear Listeners, where I create audio listening podcasts for listening practice of learners.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And I teach spoken English to beginners and intermediates. So that's
Mm.
pretty much about me.
Great, wonderful. It's so lovely to know about you and the kind of work you've been doing. Great. That's nice to know. I'll quickly introduce myself now. My name is Meghna Manjunath. I hail from a city called Mysore, which is in Karnataka. I have been a virtual tutor for over 3 years and an offline educator for children for 2 years. So, this is about me.
Lovely, lovely.
Yes. So, tell me, Miss Sunita, what would you like to have conversation about today?
I think today's topic is really interesting. It's about fillers
Hmm.
and filters. So we can go
Yes.
ahead with that.
Okay, great. All right. So, in case we feel we are hitting a dead end and we are unable to move forward with the topic, then we can move on to a general conversation, right?
Surely.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Wonderful. So, we already are aware of the influence of social media and many other applications and websites, right? So, what do you think, or rather, how do you think the filters are affecting the youth these days? Do you
Mhm.
think it is affecting them in some way or the other? If you could share your opinion on it.
Mhm. So definitely, first of all, the first thing that comes to my mind is whenever I see anyone applying filters. So
Hmm.
the first thing that comes to my mind is this person is fake, not showing the
Hmm.
real
Hmm. Hmm.
life or the
Hmm.
real, I mean the real them, I would say. So
Hmm.
that is why I don't get much interested in that kind of
Hmm.
content. But when I
Hmm.
see people showing the real
Hmm.
themselves,
Hmm.
then I really get interested into the kind of content what they show.
Hmm.
Sometimes
Hmm.
they dance, sometimes they say show some kind of informative video,
Hmm.
right? This is
Hmm.
something
Hmm.
like that.
Right.
And there are many beauty vloggers as well. So they
Hmm.
would first apply makeup, moreover, they
Hmm.
would apply filter to it. So that's completely, this shouldn't be done, right? It's
Hmm.
completely fake.
Hmm.
So you
Hmm.
should show reality to people. But
Hmm.
on the other hand, there are many nice and real vloggers or real
Hmm.
bloggers as well who show
Hmm.
the reality to the
Hmm.
audience. And that is
Hmm.
why we are able to build long-term connection with them.
Hmm.
So I'm one of them
Right.
who appreciates reality, and
Hmm.
I'm not very much
Hmm.
into filters and everything. I do apply
Hmm.
filters to my videos as well, just to
Hmm.
make it
Hmm.
look good for
Hmm.
others. But definitely,
Mm.
I appreciate those who are real on social
Mm.
media as well.
Mm, right, absolutely. And I think with the introduction of filters, suddenly there seems to be a sense of insecurity which creates in a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, right? And because of this, other people might also get carried away with the fact that why can't I look in a particular way? Or
Right,
why can't I have those particular features, right? And it can be quite misleading because it
right.
tends to create unnecessary pressure, especially on young girls who might not have a lot of maturity to understand the real world and how it works,
That's true.
right?
That's true. Earlier,
Mm,
it was there. Like many
mm,
people were insecure of showing the real themselves on social media, but
mm,
times has changed
mm.
now. Things have changed
Correct,
now.
correct.
So I would say that now people are not anymore insecure about their looks. They can be
Mm,
just themselves in front of
mm,
everyone,
mm,
and they are totally comfortable with their own
mm,
identity or
mm,
their own looks or everything. They are
mm,
no more
mm,
insecure. Most of the
mm,
people out there. But
mm.
yes,
Correct.
definitely there are many who are still insecure about their looks. That could be
Mm.
because people are very judgmental out there. They would simply post a
Yes.
comment without thinking twice, right?
Mm,
So
mm,
they do this thing impulsively, and they don't
mm.
think about what other person might be feeling about their
Correct.
comment, right? So they
Absolutely.
are careless, and
Mm,
because of this behavior,
mm.
sometimes people feel insecure of their looks,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Yes, I think some people out there, they are extremely brutal and
Mm-hmm.
harsh with their comments. They
Right.
wouldn't think twice, like you rightly said. And because of such comments, it does tend to affect the
Mhm.
content creators or anybody for that matter who posts
Right.
something about them or about their life, right? So, which
Mhm.
can be quite disappointing, and it would take a
Right.
while for certain people to get over it.
Right. And there is always a part of community who would
Hmm.
always go to somebody's video or everybody's video and write
Hmm.
something bad about it so that
Yes.
they would feel
Yes.
demotivated and everything. I also get a lot
Yes.
of comments like this on
Hmm.
my video too.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
feel that they want me to take down my videos. They want me to stop doing what I am doing, right? That is why they,
Hmm.
post such
Hmm.
comments and uh, they want to make you feel demotivated,
Hmm.
discouraged, or whatever you're doing. But
Hmm.
I definitely don't care about this. I definitely don't
Hmm.
give any heed to all these comments. I
Right.
look for good comments only,
Hmm.
appreciation, feedback, the real
Absolutely.
feedback, honest
Hmm.
feedback from people. So
Hmm.
yes, just you have to neglect all these
That's true.
bad comments. And
Absolutely.
you just have
Yes.
to be confident in yourself.
Yes, I think we all need to develop this art of
Mhm.
ignoring
Right.
people who instill negativity, and
Hmm.
they constantly trying to pull people down.
Hmm.
So I think it's high time that we just gracefully ignore them
Hmm.
and move ahead with what we love doing.
Right, that's right. But
Mm.
it's easy to ignore people, but later on you think about it, you ponder on that thought that
That's true.
the person must be commenting about yourself
Mm,
or something like that.
mm,
You keep on
mm,
thinking about that for a
mm,
long period of time. So
mm,
you have to avoid doing that.
mm.
So like you can
Correct.
keep yourself busy in other stuffs, right?
Correct.
Where
Correct.
you don't even have
Yes.
time to think about all these
Mm,
useless stuffs, right?
correct. Absolutely. And I think one of the greatest learnings so far that I have gotten is to completely avoid reading such comments or any form of negativity, especially when you're starting your day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that is the time when you're just setting the tone for your day. And if you start with something like this, it automatically affects your mood, it
Mm-hmm.
affects what you're doing. So I
Right.
think that is one such practice which has helped me. And
Mm-hmm.
I hope some more people get to know about this
Right,
and
right. And
practice.
when you are on social media, you have to make up your mind to
Mm,
not to get affected by all these
correct.
negative comments, right? So
Yes.
no matter whether you are getting the comment in morning or at night or whichsoever time in your day,
Mm,
it
mm,
should not affect you. Right? You have to make up
correct.
your mind in a certain way. Then
Correct.
only you can be there in this YouTube
Mm,
journey for a long time.
correct.
Otherwise, your journey
Absolutely.
is not long, right? When
Correct.
you are not ready for these kind of scenarios.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. So, along with the filters comes the concept of fillers, right? The skin fillers, which have been quite popular for a long time now, especially in the skincare industry, right? So, what is your opinion on it?
Hmm. I think it depends on individual's perspective. If somebody wants to go for fillers, they can definitely go for it. But at the same time, it's very harmful for your skin, and people are suffering from a lot of diseases after
Mm,
getting the fillers on their
mm,
face or
mm,
whichsoever body part.
mm,
So
mm,
after that, they have to suffer a lot. So many
mm,
a time they suffer from cancer as well, like skin
mm,
cancer, blood
mm,
cancer. So
mm,
it's definitely
mm,
not good for them, but they
mm,
are in such an industry where they need to maintain the looks, and then only
mm,
they can get some
mm,
work because there is a lot of competition out there.
mm,
Moreover, AI has come into
mm.
existence. So now
Right.
people are able to make videos or films or
Mm,
movies with the
mm,
help of AI. So they don't need actors anymore, no, in
mm,
the
mm,
cases.
mm,
So their career is definitely at stake. So that is
mm,
why they go for such practices of,
mm, mm,
putting fillers on their face or body
mm,
parts.
mm,
So I can understand their pain, but it's definitely not good for them. And many people are suffering from the after effects of it, side effects of it. Like
right.
Hina Khan is also there. I don't know particularly what happened, like what was the reason for her
Mm,
to suffer from cancer
mm,
right now.
mm,
But it could be fillers, it could be the cosmetic surgeries or everything, right? And then recently we heard the news of one actor,
mm.
Shifali,
Yes, I
right?
had heard about this. Yes, correct.
Right, right.
She
So she
passed
suffered
away
a
at a
heart
very
attack, I
young age.
guess.
Mm, mm,
Right, right. And people
mm,
were saying that that was also because of the injections she was taking
mm,
for
mm,
something related to beauty,
mm,
right?
mm.
So many people are
Yes.
suffering from
Related
this.
to aging of the skin, because there's a
Right.
constant pressure
Mm-hmm.
on women who enter their 30s and they're worried about how they look, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they would want to combat aging of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
So they might opt for certain procedures which are not just painful, but they could be extremely dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
the consequences that they tend to
That's right.
create.
Right. I heard that many models as well, supermodels,
Mm,
models, those who go for
mm,
ramp walk, they
mm,
also starve themselves to look good on
mm,
stage.
mm.
Right. So there are
Right,
many
right.
factors to it, and
Mm,
it is a kind of compulsion for them when they are
mm,
into these kind of
mm,
industries, right?
mm. Right.
But for normal people, they should definitely not go for
Mm,
it, right?
mm,
Natural
mm,
beauty is the best beauty, and it's just that we have to embrace our
mm,
natural beauty or
mm,
our wrinkles as well,
mm.
fine lines too, because with
Correct.
age, you're definitely going to lose your beauty a
Mm,
little bit, right? So you
mm.
have to accept that.
Yes, that's true. I mean, we tend to lose so many things in life,
Mhm.
so we have to accept the fact that even skin loses a bit of elasticity
Right,
and the way
right.
it looks as we
Mhm.
grow older, right? And there's
Right,
no
right.
harm in it, and it's fine. It does pinch us a bit when we look
Mhm.
at ourselves each day in the mirror and we notice something, and we might feel a bit bad about it, but it's
Mhm.
always good to embrace it and
Mhm.
just focus on the good aspects of life.
Right. You see, the irony is many people
Mm.
are dyeing their hair gray
Mm.
these days. You know, people run away from gray hair, but these days
Yes,
people are dyeing
correct.
it gray,
Right.
youngster as well, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
that's the
correct.
irony.
True.
And these days, there are many informative videos as well on social media which are
Correct.
talking about
Mm.
accepting
Mm.
yourself the way you are.
Correct.
So many people are able to change their perspective these days.
Mm.
So it's really
That's
good.
true.
People are being
That's true.
aware of all these things.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, there are a lot of people who are promoting natural beauty where they are insisting on not using products which could contain chemicals. And it's wonderful to see how people are embracing their real gray hair as well,
Mhm.
right? Where they have openly declared, saying, yes, I've stopped dyeing my hair now and I
Mhm.
love this new version of myself, which
Mhm.
is amazing. And this is the kind of positivity I think we should look forward for it.
Right, right, right. I feel
Yes.
that the new kind of world is coming where
Mm,
everybody would be accepting themselves the way
correct.
I must say. Because, like,
Mm,
if I talk about my own experience, my husband also has gray hair.
mm,
So I always tell him,
mm,
let it be. You
mm.
are aging with time, so it's okay. Like, you'll have gray hair. Why to hide it all the time, right?
Right,
It's okay. And
right.
that looks a little fake or a little,
It
awkward as
looks
well
a
at the
bit
same
different. It looks quite
time.
different, or rather, it
Right.
looks a bit obvious. You can
Right.
see that a particular person seems to have colored their hair, so
Mm-hmm.
it seems a bit obvious, right? When
Mm-hmm.
we
Right, right.
get the
And
first
these
glance
days,
at it.
everyone is appreciating natural things. So if your
Hmm.
hair after dyeing looks
Hmm.
natural, then it's good. But if it
Correct.
doesn't look natural, then it looks
Hmm.
weird. So better
Right.
to leave it as it is.
Right, absolutely, yes. So, according to you, who is the most beautiful person in your life, and why
Mhm.
do you consider them as beautiful?
My God, this is
Hmm.
a difficult question. But at this time, I can say that my children are the
Hmm.
most beautiful creatures in my life because they
Okay.
really give me a lot of happiness. They are a true bliss, and whenever they are around, I feel
Hmm.
so energetic.
Hmm.
Sometimes fatigued as well, but yes,
Hmm.
without them, my life is empty,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
It's void. So that
Hmm.
is why they are the most beautiful creatures for me as of
Hmm.
one. But there
Hmm.
are many. I
Hmm.
count myself also in this list.
That's
So there are
great.
many, but
Hmm.
they are on the top of the list.
Right, right. As always, mothers would keep their children ahead of them, and that's the most selfless aspect about every mother, I believe.
Right, right, right.
Yes. So now there seems to be also pressure among a lot of youngsters trying to fit into the bracket of beauty standards in the world, right? So, how do you think they should combat with it? Apart
Mhm,
from letting them know that they need not fit into it, but do you think there are certain ways in which they can keep reminding themselves or work
mhm,
on themselves so that they don't feel the pressure of fitting themselves into that beauty
mhm.
or standard of beauty bracket.
Right, right. I think this could be done with the help of reading. Like when you read self-motivation books, then you
Mm,
get self-motivated over time because you are
mm,
completely into it. You are focusing on it completely. There is no
mm,
distraction at all.
mm,
Similarly, when you read such kind of books where any book is appreciating
mm,
beauty or appreciating being natural,
mm,
so you give your whole time to it, you give
mm.
your full focus to it, concentration. So this is how you can adapt some good habits in
Okay.
yourself. This is the one thing. Other than that, you have to keep someone as your idol who you look
Mm,
up, right? And you have
mm,
to choose a person who is embracing natural beauty or the
mm,
natural themselves. Am
mm.
I making this right? Natural themselves.
Naturally keeping themselves, presenting themselves naturally, you could say, or
Hmm.
keeping themselves naturally would not be correct, I would say.
Hmm.
Presenting themselves naturally or embracing uh, themselves as they are,
Hmm.
embracing
Right.
themselves as they are, you could say that,
Right,
right?
right. So,
Hmm.
yes, yes. So they
Hmm.
can look up to some person of this
Hmm.
kind who is
Hmm.
embracing themselves as they
Hmm.
are,
Hmm.
and they have to walk on their path. And this is how, like,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
person can act as a guide to the another
Hmm.
person, and this is
Correct.
how they can definitely embrace the
Hmm.
way they are as well.
Hmm.
And these are the two things that comes
Hmm.
to my mind right now.
Right, right. No, it completely makes sense what you shared because there are a lot of materials that the youngsters can refer to it. And considering everyone is a tech savvy individual and they can access to a lot of information and content which is floating online, they can refer to it, they can get a better understanding about it, and they need to understand why there is no pressure to fit into the beauty standards which
Hmm.
could have been set by
Hmm.
certain people or certain community or section of a society. right?
Right. Because I
Yes.
say this because
Mm.
it's very easy these days to get distracted. Some days
Correct.
you feel like, yes, it's good to embrace your natural beauty. The other days you can feel like, no, I need some
Mm.
more cosmetics, right?
Mm.
Some
Mm.
expensive things. That happens. So that
Mm.
is why you need to be more focused and mindful
Mm.
in your life.
Correct, absolutely. Because there's constant stimulation everywhere, right?
Hmm.
And every social media app now or the websites, they all aim to promote products and services just so that we get stimulated by it, just so that
Hmm.
we visit those websites, and just so that we
Hmm.
make that one purchase or
Hmm.
even more in a day,
Right. Right,
right?
right.
Mm,
Other than this, we
yes.
can also go for yoga practice,
Mm,
exercises, which can
mm,
naturally enhance your
correct,
beauty, right?
correct. Yes, that's true. All right. So the last thing what I want to ask you is, ma'am, if you had to share three life lessons or learnings with me, what would they be?
Hmm.
Hmm.
The first one is
Hmm.
slow life, I would say. Like you have to slow down sometimes.
Okay.
And I have experience to share with you when I say this, that you
Hmm.
have to slow down
Hmm.
sometimes. I
Hmm.
was living in city before
Hmm.
this, and I have
Hmm.
completely shifted to a village area this time.
Hmm.
Like I am in my hometown, and it's been around 1 or 1.5 years
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
this village, and I'm living it. I mean,
Hmm.
the life is so slow here, and you are completely at peace of mind. There is no rush, there is no hustle, bustle, and nothing like that. And you're enjoying natural beauty every day. So that's why it's important for you to slow down. Because
Hmm.
when you rush for things, ultimately or eventually, you have
Hmm.
nothing in your hand. You have money, but you
Hmm.
don't have peace of mind,
Correct.
right? So that's one
Yes.
thing. The
Hmm.
other thing is don't expect a lot in your life,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
Because when you expect a lot, then expectations hurt.
Hmm.
Yes, that is why don't
Right.
expect. I would
Hmm.
say whatever expectation you want to have it to with yourself,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
you are the one. Everything is in your hands,
Hmm.
and you can expect a few things from yourself and
Hmm.
work towards it. But don't
Hmm.
expect from others, right?
Hmm.
Because eventually it will going to hurt you,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
Most of the time, not
Right.
every time, but most of the time it
Hmm.
is going to hurt you.
Right.
And when things happen unexpectedly, so that is also
Hmm.
good,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And the third one is uh, you need to learn how to handle negative situation, adverse situations in your life,
Hmm.
because everyone go through thick and thins in their life, right?
Correct.
So you
Correct.
have to learn how to handle or how to manage the negative situation in your life,
Hmm. Hmm.
and you have to lead the path of spirituality as well, right?
Correct.
So that you
Okay.
could learn a few things which
Hmm.
would help you manage your adverse situation that you're
Hmm.
facing in your life,
Hmm.
right? So these are
Right.
three things.
Okay, great, wonderful. These learnings are very relevant and very important, which is something very useful for every youngster to know how they can deal with it, right? And I think this creates a sense of satisfaction that, okay, you're not the only one who could be
Hmm.
feeling that way in terms of
Right.
expectations or
Hmm.
the uncertainty which
Hmm.
life brings on your plate,
Right.
right?
I think everyone goes through same thing. Like
Hmm.
everybody has same kind of problems in their life. It's just that how you deal with it, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
Someone deals very gracefully, and someone
Hmm.
just falls into that trap actually,
Hmm. Correct.
right?
And it's
So
all
when
about
you
the
lead,
mindset as well. It's all
right,
about the
right.
mindset, right? So we could spiral into the negativity or try to
Hmm.
change our perspective and
Hmm.
try to think of other options which
Hmm.
could be possible while
Right.
dealing with it.
Definitely. It's all mindset game, I must say,
Hmm.
as you have
Hmm.
just mentioned.
Hmm.
And I have also changed my mindset a lot.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I change this mindset every day, I guess, according to the situation. Like you can't be stagnant. You
Right.
can't have fixed mindset all the time,
Yes.
that this is
Correct.
what I'm going to do throughout my
Hmm.
life. This can't
Hmm.
happen, right? So you
Correct.
have to
Yes.
change it with time,
Hmm.
whatever
Yes.
situation you are facing,
Yes.
right?
Yes. That's true. And I think that also calls in for adaptability towards change, right? A lot of us, we tend to be extremely stubborn or we question the changes which are brought by life. But
Right.
I think in the end, all these changes are meant to teach us something, or
Mm-hmm.
they just help us become a better version of
Mm-hmm.
ourselves,
Right,
is
right.
what I believe in.
Yes, and we can't be perfect all the time. Like nobody
Yes.
has that user manual of living
Hmm.
life the perfect way, right? So
Yes.
definitely you'll fail sometimes, you'll shine the other times. You just have to accept the failure as
Yes.
well in life,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Great. This conversation was so heartwarming, and most importantly, it was enlightening, I would say. And I hope this conversation was equally enjoyable for you.
Definitely. It was definitely enjoyable and the topic was very interesting,
Yes,
plus you as a
yes.
tutor, right?
Thank you so much for your kind words, ma'am. Yes, so that's great to know that
Mhm.
you enjoyed this conversation as well. Coming to the feedback part, I must say you're a wonderful speaker. The way you share your ideas, your views, and thoughts in a very calm and poised manner, which is wonderful. And the kind of words you choose, the way you express yourself with a lot of confidence, be it verbally or through non-verbal cues, it is perfect. There is nothing more I would tell you to add to that, right? However, you might be using and a bit too often, so
Mhm.
maybe you could just consider using a bit more of conjunctions so that you could avoid the repetition of and. You could work a bit on the vocabulary part where you could just brush up a few words which can be used according to the context or the situations where you could be sharing some ideas. But otherwise, you're a wonderful speaker, and I had a great time having this conversation with
Mhm. Thank you so much. And I also had a whale of time with you and
you.
definitely looking forward to another session with you.
Definitely, yes. I'm looking forward for that too.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right.
All right, ma'am. So take care. It was lovely meeting you. Have a
Thank
great
you.
rest of the day ahead.
Thank you. You too.